Well, the release is not in the thumb. The release is the fingers. That's where the release is. Here, let me
Oh,
change.
which
Let me just.
fingers?
Here, I'm going to show you. Sorry, I turned off my camera by mistake. Actually, this is what I wanted to work on. This is very good. I wanted to do a very simple exercise for you, with you. Okay, so the exercise we're going to do is going to be very, very simple, and it's based on something this guy Artie Lang taught. He studied with Gladstone. Okay, so the release is here in these fingers. See, that's where the release is. It's there.
So just the back too?
Yeah, see the hand opening, and it's based on this, right? It's based on how the hand opens and closes. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. That's the release you're talking about. Get this stuff out of the way. Just give me a second here. Right? See? Release. There it is. Can you see it? It's real small.
No, I can't see it too much now. It's hard to see, I
Okay,
suppose.
just give me a second here.
So which one should I be paying attention to? The back too?
Yeah, just these fingers, yeah, because these are going to remain pretty static.
Ah,
These
okay. So
these remain fairly static. You're going to feel the index open a little bit, but not as much as
I see, I see.
see 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 it open.
Uh-huh.
See the hand open. Squeeze. There's the squeeze. 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 There's the release right there. Now, what I want to work with you on is so join me with this. I just want you to touch the surface, and I just want you to keep going until it opens. Right? And this is what I was saying to you in that text the other day. Right? And okay, so you feel that, right? Now, what I'm
But
going to want you to
should the middle finger, but the middle finger still always touching the stick, right?
it's always touching the stick. Yeah.
I see.
Right. So it's just touching the
But
stick.
the back may leave the stick.
Yeah. They if you want them on there, I don't have any objection to that. I just don't want them to be doing too much.
Right.
Right? Okay. So, all right. So, okay, is this angle pretty good? Can you see it all right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, watch. Oh, I know. Here's a towel. Here's a towel. Here's something that'll help you see it as well. Watch what happens to the butt end.
Yeah, it moves away. It was the same for me, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And this is what I was calling the second parallel. See, there's the stick's parallel again. See? And you don't even have to do very much. All you have to do is touch the surface and turn. Right? Just do this over and over again. Just touch. Now you see the thumb isn't really doing anything. The thumb and the
It's
index.
rotating, it's pivoting over the stick, I suppose.
Absolutely. But it's not doing this.
Right.
It just stays in the same position. The hand does open and close. Right? If you were doing rebounds, it would look like this. Right? So if you're doing rebounds, it looks like this. Let's here check it out. No, you just have to let it. Now this is where the knowledge of that fulcrum comes into play. Yeah, see, it just does that. See, it'll just rebound. Your hand will open automatically. But go all the way. Turn all the way to the surface. Yeah, but you're letting your thumb go. Okay, so what we're doing is we're basing it all off of this. So just do this again. No, do this because I want you to feel this. I really want you to feel that, and you just do that over and over and over and over and over and over again. I've done this a million times, just to let you know, right? So I have done this a lot to learn how to feel this. Richard Wilson used to talk about it, and then I'd come home and I'd practice it. Just doing this. And feel how the hand opens. You can feel it opening. You feel that if you're just turning your wrist, you'll feel it. You'll feel the butt end touch. Just turn your wrist. See, looks like this. Fulcrum is working. See it right there. And just turn up. Just do this over and over and over again. Okay, so now let's go to another phase of this, okay? Okay, so now this is something you can practice very easily, right? You can just sit there on any surface and just learn to feel that. Over and over and over again. Just do that all the time. Or do it a lot. Until you become confident that when you turn to the surface, if it's your desire, the hand will just simply open. And you don't have to do anything to make that happen. All you have to do is turn. Okay? Now from here, this is where the Artie Lang thing comes in. Or this is my take on something that he did in one of his videos. He did this Gladstone method. Okay, so we've done this. Now what I'm going to want you to do is I'm going to want you to throw. Now throw. There, that's the throw. Now do this again. Now just do this over, but you have to, the key to success with this is taking your time and just really sitting there and feel this. One of the Gladstone exercises that he shows, that Gladstone had him do, was he had to sit there with his hand until everything stopped. Absolutely everything. And he stood there like for a minute or 30 seconds just doing this until everything completely stopped, and then he made one strike. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to just take your time and just really learn to feel that. And after it's really relaxed, then complete the throw. And then do it again. And just do it again. And then come back down, feel everything relax again. And then make the throw. There's the squeeze, see? So yeah, come down to parallel and then turn again. Yeah, good. No, you have to really turn, because this is what a throw looks like. When you do a throw, it looks like this. See it? Look. So what we're doing is we're recreating that in slow motion. So it looks like this. We just sit here and we learn to feel that part of it. No, so you have to have the second parallel. See?
If I press against the floor.
No, you don't have to press though. It's not pressing. It's turning.
Sure.
You don't press, you just turn. See? It's not pressing. All you have to do, nice and relaxed, turn. The stick is just lying in the hand. It's rotating around that thumb and the index finger, so it's sharing the experience, if you will, with the thumb and the middle finger. Okay? So it's not pressing, it's just turning and learning to feel that. Okay? So now once you've done that, right? Once you've succeeded in doing that, and you just relax, and then make a throw, and come to parallel, and then make a throw. Boom! There's the squeeze. Now, right? So then you do that again because this is what this is going to mean. This is essentially the release.
Yeah.
Right? So this is the release. You sit here and you learn to feel that. Then you do the throw. There's the squeeze. There's the release. Squeeze, release.
The thing is, like, it's easy to feel the release if if the stick is on the pad. It's easy to
Well,
kind of.
yeah, but you will learn to feel it, right? So we want you to complete this process of being able to just relax when you, because that's no, not don't do that. Just turn so the stick stays parallel. See, stick stays parallel. Why I'm saying that is I don't want you to hold it so tightly that what happens is you end up with an angle like this. This is something that Richard used to correct actually. Is you turn and you're holding onto the stick so much you end up with this angle, so it doesn't come here. You know, Kevin might have told you when you're making strokes to keep the bottom of the bead,
Mhm.
right? Right. Well, that's what that is, right? So when you're making strokes, watch. See, I'm keeping the bottom of the bead. See it? Even when I'm coming up, that's the second parallel I've been talking about. So what we're doing now is we're just simply slowing down the process enough so that you can experience, okay, so what is this? So if you turn, right, and just really feel the relaxation of that, and then once everything is calm, you make the stroke. Make the stroke, there's the squeeze, and then there's the release. That's what it looks like. Can you see yourself in the return video? See, that's what but you can't hang on to it or else you'll end up with that angle. You don't want that. You want it to be here and then right, remember everything's wrist turn. So from here, I'm going to turn my wrist and make the stroke. And turn your wrist and make the stroke. But make sure that you keep it flat like that because that's where the release is going to be, right? So okay, so that's the next phase of it. Okay, so now you're going to sit there and you're just going to do this over and over and over again, and just learn to feel how relaxed that is. Then the next phase of it is you do this, and then you make the stroke, and then you feel the release again, and then feel
One
the
of the
release.
problems I have is like when I'm turning my wrist here, that the back two fingers, that these fingers are relaxed enough to follow just the stick, not open, but like just follow the stick. Because if they kind of come here, then I'm gonna get this instead of this.
Okay, that could be true, but just a few moments ago you weren't doing any of that. So, which is why I want you to do it very slow and methodically. You have to sit there and you have to really feel this part of it. Feel that over and over and over again. And then you're gonna turn your wrist, right? No, I really want you to do this part of it. I mean, you could do it like this if you want, right? But what we're trying to get you to do is feel the release. We want you to feel the release. You just keep it, yeah. And then you make the throw, and you'll feel the squeeze. There's the squeeze, and then when you touch the surface again, that's going to be the release.
Really seeing.
So you need to land parallel. See, I'm landing parallel, and then you turn, and then there's the release. Turn to the surface, there's the release. So you'll feel squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Okay, and then what the next part is, here's the next part. Now we're going to use the release and rebounds. So we do this. That's part of that Chad Wackerman thing, right? So now you're here, then you're going to throw, release, throw, release. See, the release now we're allowing it to rebound rather than just turning to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so try that. But remember, you have to take your time to get this set up correctly. Okay, so there's the release. Throw, now let it rebound. There we go. That's the release. And just let it release. Just let it release. So you have squeeze, release. That's what it is. No, don't come back up. So once you're here, you're just gonna turn to the surface. You're gonna recreate this, except you're gonna let it rebound. And I
Yeah.
want you to, right? So there, how Richard used to explain it, he says, look, once you have the squeeze, you've stored up all this energy. This is stored energy, right? Once you make this squeeze, that's stored energy. That's how he would describe it. And now you're going to release what you squeeze. Release what you squeeze. Release what you squeeze. Now release what you squeeze. There's the squeeze, now release it. No, you don't have to make another wrist turn. What I'm saying is you don't have to come back up to do that.
Yeah.
All you have to do is release. And however many rebounds you get. No, don't come back up. Just come straight to the surface. See? I'll change it to an angle similar to yours. Okay. So we've started here. Start here, right? And then just watch. So watch one more time.
Yeah.
Right? Why I'm saying this is because you're starting to come up a little bit and then turn.
Oh, I see.
Right? So there's no need to come back up. All you have to do is turn like that. And you just turn. Yeah, that's it. Like that. So you have all this stored up energy in the squeeze. No, don't come back up. Just go straight to the surface. Right? Because what you're doing is you're recreating this, right? You're just recreating this, except now you're releasing what you squeeze in a different way and allowing it to rebound and just turn to the surface. But I need you to take your time, because what's starting to happen now is you're starting to hang on a little bit and starting to do that. So I need you to take enough time so you can feel this. Really feel how this is relaxed. All you did is turn, and your hand is opened.
It's like when I'm turning, like I'm not kind of allowing this to. I'm kind of tightening it up when I'm turning.
Yeah, that's why. But you've been very successful, right? Something happened right now, but that's not the 99%. That's one of all the ones that you've done. Okay, so once again, well, and this is where you're going to have the patience to do this, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so that's just sitting. You're just going to have to sit here and learn to feel that.
I think even this sort of like exercise to just kind of allow, not try to tighten the fingers here, just kind of allow them to bounce if they need.
Well, yeah, you can go on to that, but let's get this going, because this once you get this going, I'm not giving you enough. I'm not giving you very much time after that to think very much. So once you've done this, then we just throw. So there's no. I don't want you to think too much up here. So we've released, throw, relax the hand again. Take your time. You're going too fast. Just take your time with it.
It bounces so little, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but we're not interested we're not interested in this right now. What we're
Oh, I
interested
see.
in what we're interested in is the
Just
release.
a release. Yeah.
We want the release. Just release. Yeah, that's what you're turning to. You're going to turn to that, and then just release. Because when you do, look, when you do Ruffs, watch. There it is.
Yeah.
Paradiddle. There it is again. Paradiddle. Release. And then just release. So I want you to do it. So this thing you're going to do it 3 ways. Is it 3 or is it 4? 3. The first one is just learning to feel this. And you have to do this over and over again because this is the release. Just over and over and over again until that is so relaxed that without a doubt, you can do this every time. Okay? So you just do this over and over and over again. And make it as relaxed as possible.
I think this will help with the thumb, with the positioning of the thumb too.
Yes. Because as you see, you don't have to change anything. All you have to do is maintain. All you have to do is do that, right? Just hold the stick, as we discussed, and then you touch the surface, and you'll notice if you use a mirror or something. If you use a mirror, you'll notice the butt end move away as the stick is rotating. The stick is essentially rotating in the hand.
Yeah, I can see it. Look,
right?
it's almost like you're trying to pull the stick, but not really pull.
Yeah, it's just rotating in the hand. And you just learn to, like that. So you just learn to, see, I used to do that when I was studying with Richard. I would do this over and over and over again until I really felt that. Right? But in the beginning, just get it to be relaxed. Then the next phase, the next thing that I want you to do is after you've got this nice and relaxed, then you're going to do a single throw. Then do a single throw. And then recreate the release. And then recreate the release by slowly turning down. Now slowly turn down. No, do it a little slower. So you can feel the touching of the surface. Now we're not there yet. I just want to recreate what I'm going to be asking you to do. Okay? So first phase is just learning to do this, feeling comfortable with that, then doing a throw, then touching, then slowly turning your wrist to your touch, and you recreate the release. Then the next thing is to do this, then release it, and just let it rebound. It's not going to rebound a lot, but you're going to get the feeling of the release. And then we're in the release position again. Then you throw again, release. That was a good one. Like that. So don't worry about the number of rebounds. Just make sure that it does rebound, and it will rebound simply because of the release. Yeah, that's another good one.